Hi everyone, so we're back for a quick new video with the Nikon Z9, and this is probably one of the many videos that I'll be talking about with regards to Z9, and this is one of them. Putting in using an L camera plate for the Z9. All right, so as of this video, at least as of the filming of this video, at the very least, there's really just one brand that's likely available that would fit the Z9. So I know there's like RRS and Kirk Enterprises that are working on, or maybe some of them maybe available at this point to use with a Z9. But the one that I'll be discussing about today is SmallRig, the SmallRig L plate. They have two variations of it. One is not really an L plate, but more of a cage, so it's geared towards more video, and the other one is the actual L mount, L plate, that's geared towards photography, me, because I'll be using this 99% of the time for photography, so it makes better sense for me to use to get the L plate. All right, so before I talk further about this, I need to again mention that this is not sponsored in any way by SmallRig or any company or any store for that matter. Again, I stand by my thing. Sponsored video is for losers. So I bought this with my own money, and what you hear is not biased in any way. All right, so this actually, I ordered this thing, and this came, I received this thing way before I even got this camera, and which is kind of sad when you think about it, because I have this L mount, L plate, and no camera to use it with. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So this is the L plate. It's, as you can see, it's, the thing that I need to mention is that I am using SmallRig already for my Z6 camera. Let me just show you that one quickly. Okay, this, so I have this for since I think for quite a while now. I'm quite happy with this, with the Z6 L plate. It's not, it does the job well. It has this logo in here that's not obnoxious. The design is kind of well thought out. So, but again, we're not gonna talk about this. I could, because most of the things that's already here will be on the Z9, I think. So we're gonna concentrate more on that. Okay, let me just put this one aside. Okay, so one of the things that you probably need to know is that these things are kind of compatible with the rest of small cage, the rest of their accessories. So those are, I don't know if they're standard, but the screws and the things that's compatible with their cages is more or less compatible here. But again, it's not that much of an issue here, I think, because more, I think for at least for my use case, it'll be more of a geared towards photography. So I'm not really gonna be like attaching any other SmallRig accessories to this plate. So all right, so this comes with like in two parts, right? Which is what most L plates are nowadays. They come in two parts where you could detach this if you're not planning to, like, mount it vertically on a tripod, which is kind of nice. So it saves a little bit of weight, although this is really nothing compared to, like, the, I don't know, 3,000 pounds that you already have on the Z9. It's relatively doesn't matter, but, like, the bulk of it, I guess, will save a little bit of it. So so anyway, so this comes with this thing. It attaches to this magnetically. So you use this to screw this. Okay, this is interesting. So it also comes with this to further avoid twisting. Interesting. It didn't have that on the other plate. But anyway, let's put this in. I hope I don't make an idiot of myself trying to put this in. Alright, I think the idea is to have this centered towards, like, in the center as much as possible. But, like, I'm not gonna tighten this for now. Well, I'm gonna try to. But anyway, even without having to do this other screw, and I haven't even tightened it that far in, and it's already pretty stable. Like, I cannot twist it. But then again, I'm probably a member of, like, a weak, I don't have, like, an upper body strength. So it comes with this, the thing, and you could attach this. All right. Looks like this is going to be a problem. Oh, wait. All right. Okay. Oh, this is a bummer. All right. Let me get the other L plate again, because I didn't realize this until right now. Okay. All right. This is disappointing. So one of the things that's nice about the Z6 plate is that you can extend this without having to remove the actual vertical plate. Okay, and then you can tighten it, and, like, it's still stable. Well, the downside of this is that if you don't tighten it, like, tighten it down tight enough, it loosens up over time, and then, like, as you loosen up, it's becomes less stable. But again, it's an annoyance more than anything. It's not a design flaw. It's just, it is what it is. Coming back to this one, it said, now that I realize that it doesn't have that option. So you attach it, the L plate, or you don't. All right, now that explains why it's cheaper, because this is available for, like, you can buy this for about, like, I think $69 directly from their website, or whoever, like, dealers out there, like B&H, Adorama. So before I attach that, so at least let's give credit where credit is due, right? So I'm still annoyed, but that you cannot just like, you know, stretch it out like this without having to remove this. But at least it's designed such a way so that it won't move. So it has this dovetail, or for lack of a better term, so this inserts there so that when you screw it in, it kind of holds the entire thing with that dovetail in addition to the screws. Okay, let's just, then this, okay. All right, so it looks like this. I don't know how I feel about that. Feels wrong. I guess we could adjust this part. Oh, I guess, all right. Okay, now I get it. So now you can extend this whole thing by essentially move the entire plate so that you could do this without having to, I don't know, that seems, I don't know, that seems a bad design to me. Oh man, that's disappointing. I don't know, maybe that will make sense at some point in time in the future, but right now I'm not too thrilled about it. So the other thing, I don't know if, okay, let me just, so if I, okay, if I put this all the way, it interferes with this. All right, I don't like that. God, this is getting annoying. I don't like this design at all. All right, so oh my God, SmallRig, if you're watching this video, you need to redesign this mess. So the problem is, I did not anticipate this to be this long. All right, okay, maybe that's not bad. So when it's pushed all the way in, right, so I think this is how it's supposed to be. This becomes like this. Again, I don't know how I feel about this, because now this is not free like this. It's just held up like this. Well, again, to be fair with SmallRig, they sort of designed it around this so that it sort of helps keeping this further stable. I guess that's what they're thinking. I don't know. Still, God, I feel like my mother right now. Maybe it's, I'm not sure yet. I guess that remains to be seen if that's a good design, because that means any stress on this plate will be transferred to this. And again, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think the camera should be, any parts of the camera should be put under stress for whatever stress that is applied on any of the, like, if any pressure, if any force needs to be applied on the camera, it should be on a wide surface area and not just on a specific place. Let me get the other one again. See, with See, with the Z6 mount, it doesn't have that. So even though you could argue that, like, the force is applied to a lot on the plate, but that's what it's designed to do. That's its core function, to have the force applied on this, and it should sustain most of the force that is applied on this, whether it's the weight of the camera or the weight of the camera and lens combination, whatever. That's what it's designed for. And having that here, where it's latched on to this, where the force can potentially be applied on the, will be sustained on this part of the camera. Again, I'm not too keen about that, but I guess it remains to be seen. I'll probably make another video if this design starts to piss me off, and then just end up paying, I don't know, $5,000 for the RRS plate anyway. So again, well, I guess at this point, I guess it's fine. But again, just to be perfectly clear, I'm not as impressed by this design as opposed to the one that I have for the Z6 or the other Z cameras. But then again, this is like, the pricing on this is much more reasonable than anything else that's available or going to be available for the Z9. I figured, like, the thing that kind of ticks me off about these other plate manufacturers is that they were pricing it really exorbitantly, thinking that if people are going to be paying this much for a camera, they'll be willing to pay, like, they're willing, like, paying a lot for the L plate. But, like, I don't subscribe to that train of thought. I think that's a shitty way of thinking things, because at the end of the day, these are just aluminum. Aluminum is cheap, so you can't put too much, there's not a lot of overhead there. So let's be clear about that to any of the manufacturers out there. So anyway, this is turning into a rant. This is way too longer than it has to be, so I'll stop it here. So right now, the bottom line is, gets the job done, I guess. Will it held up? Will it stay in this camera for a long time? We'll see in a couple of months, but right now it's the only one available, so I guess it will stay on the camera for the time being. All right, okay guys, until next time. All right, later.